Vermont's capital city was also caught in the crosshairs just 1 year ago, a city that faces some unique challenges when dealing with flooding. Our Calvin Cutler live in Montpelier tonight. Calvin, how is the city preparing for the next flood?
Yeah, good evening, Darren. A year on, Montpelier is still recovering, but they're also dealing with a complex set of challenges about how to make the capital city and other cities across Vermont that deal with similar challenges more resilient to flooding. Montpelier wants to turn the page on a difficult chapter in its history. When the floodwaters subsided, historic State Street looked like a battlefield.
Last summer was really difficult. We were all in survival mode.
Karen Williams at Woodbury Mountain Toys pumped over $100,000 into fixing up her flooded toy store. While she waits for repairs, she's in a new space across the street.
It's hard to say what's going to happen, but I love Montpelier, and I think it's a beautiful town, and I'm hoping that we can work around our water problem.
A problem that will take time, money, and determination to solve. Montpelier sits in a geographic bowl below the floodplain at the confluence of the North Branch, Dog, and Winooski rivers. Short of raising utilities and equipment out of the basement or filling it with cement. Jason Messier and his dad Norman physically move buildings out of floodplains or dangerous situations, like this auto garage in Barrie, which could soon careen down a cliff into the Stevens Branch.
We got 120 pound a foot main support in it, and set the jack in, brace it, and up it go.
Moving homes is a key strategy, which state lawmakers earmarked millions for this year for some homes in central Vermont. But questions remain about brick buildings in Vermont's historic downtowns.
Unfortunately, it does raise the cost, and brick is doubly expensive of any other type just because you have to support it more often. The steel required is so much more extensive.
Destroying derelict dams could also play a role.
Restoring natural function to our river system, and these rivers are our best defense for the future.
Montpelier is considering removing 4 dams from another time, which could lower the flood elevation level and mitigate risk downstream.
We have increased frequency, duration, and intensity of storm events, and we need our rivers to be able to handle those loads of stormwater, particularly in built environments.
Big questions for the future of the nation's smallest capital. Now, this year in Montpelier, state lawmakers also passed new regulations on emergency communications, dam regulation, and restrictions in building in the floodplain, all in an effort to try to make communities more resilient to extreme weather fueled by climate change. Reporting in Montpelier, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.